It's the time, the day where we get actually two pretty cool dragons. So, this is the final plasma that we need as part of the Deadlock collection. So, of course, we are going to be hatching him, unlocking Deadlocked, and we also have the big boy harpy, well, big girl harpy, also that we want to get hatching as well. So I'm going to feed up plasma, or this altar plasma, just a little bit, just so that they're not a tiny little baby, and at least we could use them a tiny bit in rescues, I suppose. But I normally take them up to like 20, just to give some like basic level. Let's say 22, why not? And then if we go into our collection section, you will see that then we will have this collection complete. So that is the plasma colony. So this one was actually quite easy, and I did do all of this, of course, pre-update. Not that it really makes much difference anyway, but it does mean that if we can get a new Deadlock Dragon hatched, then we can use them as part of the quest and get some more free stuff. So that is why we are going to claim that. We get her in her lovely form and all of the bonuses that come with this lovely collection. Very cool looking dragon, and I do really like her attack animation, to be honest with you. So we will get her, and of course we will be hatching her straight away. So she should be in here, unless I'm going nuts. There she is, along with our insignias. Why is there just a speech bubble there? Is the insignia trying to speak to us? Anyway, let's use her, not abuse her, but we will also get her hatched. And then once she has finished being hatched, we will then be able to do her quests over here and at least get a couple of rewards. Of course, if we do get enough of the mythical items to upgrade her, then we could also upgrade her. But I don't know what I'm going to use my mythic jokers on right now. We do currently have the Empower and Summon Happy Hour on, so if we get her done quickly, we could just go for a flat Empower then. But the other dragon that we have is another heroic VIP in the form of High Harpy Plasma. And the reason I'm hatching her now is for the same reason, because we currently have collections going on, not collections, quests going on for her. So, the thing about High Harpy Plasma is that even though she isn't considered to be, say, the best heroic VIP out there, she is basically a carbon copy of the other heroic dragon, Drowsy, but obviously with skills, and people used to love Drowsy at the time. So, you know, I think High Harpy Plasma gets a little bit too much hate. I get it if we're comparing Harpy Plasma to, you know, High Redemption Norn or High Arcana Judgment without a skin, I get it. But I think just in general that High Harpy Plasma is just a pretty decent choice still. It's still a heroic VIP at the end of the day, and you can definitely still get very good use out of her, especially during the current arena. So rather than being a hater, I am going to be a Harpy master. No, I'm not. Why did that even come to my mind first? But anyway, I'm definitely going to be jumping into all of these quests now. I've always loved the little scorpion that comes along with her as well, so I'm looking forward to that. If you're going to ask me about ads, yes, I'm aware. I have no comment on them right now. Just be aware that this symbol may pop up for you a lot today, and that is all that I'm going to say about that. But anyway, moving back on to the quests themselves, of course, we will jump straight into these Harpy Hunt quests, but it is quite nice when you do finally get another heroic VIP. Let's just see what Auto does for us. Confusing weight, that's fine. But even though we have Harpy here, I will be looking to potentially get her empowered at some point. I will also be looking to get rank ups on her as well, because if we can get rank ups on Harpy, then either we can use them as trading fodder, or alternatively we could just use them to empower her a bit more. So either way is fine. But oh really, we're not going to get that finish? That sucks. And why would it swap it to bisexual boy instead of corrupted legend? At least if we're not going to get the rank up on Harpy, I want to get it on Legend, but this is what I get for auto-battling. It is my own fault. I admit it is my own fault. But why? Why the game be like this? But the thing is about Harpy's Hunt as well, there are so many stages. Granted, a lot of the stages, you know, you're going to have to empower them quite a bit, but you can use all of these to rank up your dragons. So these are very, very useful for that. So I'm going to be taking full advantage of them. Mythic quests, we can get a couple more out with that. That was a sneeze, don't mind me. And then, of course, we've got these mythical quests as well if we decide to take part in them. I do believe I've got Trench that we can summon as well, unless I'm going nuts. But we do have quite a few legends and mythicals still. Yeah, there we go. We do actually have Trench that we can summon and hatch just, you know, by default, so we don't have to summon him. I wonder about the others. Like, do we have Trihorn as well? Because, no, we don't have enough for Trihorn, but there's just so many different mythicals that we have picked up over time orbs for, so that, you know, we could get them, you know, summoned, empowered if we wanted to, like Trench. But, you know, we will see what happens as and when it comes. But big wins for me. I didn't get Grace Karma, but the new holo that we have today is for War Titan. This isn't a fantastic holo, I will just say it outright. The only thing that you could maybe get is like whatever Titan and some food. But outside of that, there is not really much to note about this Wizard's holo. So it's not quite as exciting as the previous Karma holo. But of course, when you're playing through Wizard's holos, you still have the chance of getting big gem drops. Or just anything like perks, gems, whatever it may be. Really, we have a wizard this early? I'm not even spending 5 gems. Normally I'd do at least 1 set and keep going. I'm not even doing it. It's just, it's not a great holo. I don't really care to continue, and I don't want to get tempted into spending more gems than that the next time around. But anyway, coming back to the events themselves, I am currently in the Mythical Marathon, Lap 8, Node 6. Our guy Dimas that is first, like, gemmed 2 entire laps earlier. Not sure why. But I guess they're just going for a specific lap, or they just want to beat a particular person they can see on their leaderboard. But again, I personally am not caring too much about spending gems on this. If you're wondering where my gems went, they were not spent on the heroic, I'm going to keep saying heroic race, then they were not spent on the Mythical Marathon, I guarantee you. They were spent elsewhere, but, you know, I did try and give that holo a good chance. Didn't really work out in the end. It's whatever. I accepted my fate right from the beginning because, you know, it's just, it is what it is. I don't expect a lot out of the holos in general, and sometimes you will get screwed over even if you are willing to spend some gems. It's just the way that it be. But for those of you that did manage to get Grace out of the holo and any of the other dragons for really cheap or maybe even 0 gems, you know, power to you. Definitely enjoy those moments, because you may have a nice time now and then you may get completely screwed over the next time. So definitely savor those moments of power. I guess the only thing I need to decide now is, are we going to empower a Harpy Dragon? Are we going to save up a few more mythicals and go for Deadlocked? I think chances are I'll probably empower Harpy a couple of times, just because we've got the orbs and it is a heroic VIP. I know it's very tempting with Cinco, we've got Scale, we've got Seismic, but we can probably get those just purely through trading anyway, so I'm not really too bothered about that. But it is quite nice having more heroic VIPs. I generally don't go for the heroic VIPs because, to be honest with you, I just don't really like their designs all that much. And so I was kind of saving my orbs, but then, you know, I've got some bonus Hadge orbs, I've got some bonus Norn orbs, I've got some bonus Void orbs. So if I save up all of these and say I want to go for the Giga Guard heroic when it comes out, or the Quantum heroic when it comes out, at least I have some existing orbs to trade with. But Harpy, I pretty much got exclusively via trading High Corrupt Time, High Occult Titan, and High Voodoo Vampire orbs. So it's all for existing heroics that I already had. And the reason why, instead of using them to empower, I wanted them to get a new heroic is just because I value the collecting more than I value the empowering. Like, I can get heroic Joker orbs over time, but I would just, you know, rather have a new dragon. And High Harpy Plasma, we have all the events on for them currently, so if people are going to be trading out Harpy orbs, it would have been like now, pretty much. So that is the reason why I went for them. Not going for the skin, of course. But the chests have not been that kind to me recently, so I've kind of just been whatever with the chests. Who cares about the chests? We just go through and try and get things the normal, natural way. But in terms of the race and everything, yeah, it's going to be nice if we have ad skips and that to do, but Deadlocked, honestly, with skin, is actually quite a good dragon. So maybe we will focus on Deadlock Plasma as our first mythic project. But I mean, if you check my profile, I've got tons of dragons that I now have at E6, and I have like multiple others that I need to level up, like Michonne, and Duo Dive is also E5 and he's not leveled up yet. So I have lots of dragons that we need to E5 at this point. Problem is, we just don't have enough food. I'm busy spending all of my food to get these quests and that done because I'm just addicted to quests. And it's like, yeah, but what about all the dragons that have needed levels for like weeks or months? Well, they're just left to rot, I think, at the moment. But anyway, That is going to be my plan at the moment. At least we've got our full row for now, and then when we level up the others, we should have like a full second row as well. But the food collecting will take time. Luckily, we've got the alliance chests that help with this, so hopefully we can stack up all the food, get the food from the events and such, and also outside of the race, we can get it from the farms. But that is where I'm at currently, but you know, the quests are definitely a really good thing to invest into still. It just gives you lots of bonus stuff, lots of gemmies. We'll get a couple of extra insignias, but I'm mainly there for like the dragon orbs, the gems, maybe a little bit of food, jokers maybe, but you know, any little bonus boosties that we can get, I am all for it personally. But anyway, at least you got to see some cool dragons that we've managed to get free to play rather than spending anything for them. It is doable if you're a brand new player. You just need to play a bit longer, save up the resources, then trade with people. I mostly traded within either my own alliance, or I put some trading posts out in my trading section of just my server. I didn't even bother with Facebook and the others because I didn't need to. But if you are, or you do want to give yourself the best chance of trading for dragons like the plasmas, you should post your stuff everywhere you possibly can. So like Facebook, Discord, YouTube, everywhere that you can find. And then maybe you can get your own hands on little deadlocked lovely lady over here. But anyway, for now I shall leave you, so best of luck with your race and events, and until next time, ciao.